Hi, welcome back to our channel. We are Chase and Melia, and today we are finishing part 2 of the IU Killing Voice.
Go.
Man, she is so good. She's so chill.
She's killing it.
She's so chill.
I know.
Like I could just,
it's really funny.
You know, it's just like those chill beats that people stream online. It's just so good.
I feel like she sings like she's a retired singer. Like she's just been there, done that.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's very still actively doing it.
Yeah.
But chilling. Her ease is just so fun to watch and so chill. All right. Now, before we get started with today's video, we want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Factor 75, which if you have not heard, they are a meal service, ready-made meals. It's so convenient. They're delivered to your doorstep. You order them. You decide what's your diet. What are your preferences? What are the things that you're trying to eat? Are you trying to get healthy? Are you trying to go keto? Are you trying to do vegan? It's all prepared and ready to go. And my personal favorite part is that their menu changes weekly. So they're adding new things. So it's not like most food meal services where it's like a set menu or you get stuck to eating chicken and broccoli and rice for 6 weeks and you're like, of course I'm not going to stick to this.
Okay,
well, hey, for some people that's fine. For me, I need change. If you're somebody that hates like leftovers, shout out to my people who eat leftovers. This kind of thing is great because you can change it up every single week. So if that is something that you guys are interested in, you can use our link below in the description box for 50% off your first box. So thanks again to Factor 75 for sponsoring today's video, and let's get started.
아쉽게 잠을 깬다 창문 하나 햇살 가득 눈부시게 비춰오고 서늘한 냉기에 재채기 할까 말까
Just a cappella. Just
hanging out there.
Just all voice. Just it, you know?
It's so simple.
But like nobody does that.
I know.
I feel like nobody just like lets their voice hang out
just
there.
Sing.
She's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
I'm a fan.
Me too.
딸각딸각 아침 짓는 어머니의 분주함과 엉금엉금 냉수 찾는 그 아들에게
Is the tempo like throwing you off?
상큼하고 깨끗한 아침의 향기와
I can't.
고소하게
It's not predictable.
냄새가 어우러진 가을 아침 내겐 정말 커다란 기쁨이야 가을 아침 내겐 정말
Okay.
Wow.
Melia was saying that the tempo and the feel of the song is really thrown her. So it's because the guitar is playing on the
It's on the upbeat.
on the upbeat,
and she's
on the-
also singing on the upbeat
so she
though.
goes,
It's so weird.
So the guitar is playing here, she's singing here.
Yeah.
Bum,
But I
bum,
also think
bum,
it's
but the
like
guitar's bum, da, bum,
Yeah.
da, da,
It's cool.
da. It's pretty weird.
And
but
it's also like, I think it's not predictable. Like the melody.
the melody
was
is
not
kind of
predictable.
wild, yeah.
It's going in a place that I didn't-
yeah, listen to her singing the
Yeah.
guitar. This would be a tough one to sing.
Totally.
냄새가 어우러진 가을 아침 내겐 정말 커다란 기쁨
I feel like that makes
she's
sense.
on the beat. No, she's on the beat.
No, but I know, but earlier.
말까 딸각딸각 아침 짓는 어머니의 분주함과 엉금엉금 냉수 찾는 그 아들의 게으름이 상큼하고
Yeah, that's
깨끗한
tough.
아침의 향기와 고소하게 밥 듬드는 냄새가 어우러진 가을
That's cool.
아침 내겐 정말 커다란 기쁨이야 가을 아침 내겐 정말 커다란 행복이야 응성만 부렸던 내겐 파란 하늘 바라보며 커다란 숨을 쉬니 드높은 하늘처럼 내 마음 편해지네 텅 빈 하늘 언제 왔나 거추
That song was cool. I know we try to stick to voice stuff.
Yeah.
But I also enjoy trying to figure out why a piece of music is making you feel a certain way. Like, why is this tough? Or why is it? But like once we kind of broke it down and figured out what's going on, all of a sudden it's super easy.
I think that was also one of those
Not super easy,
that I
cool.
always think about like singing along with, like even immediately. And that was a tricky one. That would have been hard for me. Like the melody didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. And then especially with the syncopation,
it was
kind of
interesting.
nuts.
It was interesting.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
편하게 하지 뭐 거기 너 내 말 알아들어 에이 아직 모를걸 내 말 틀려 또 나 만나봐 깜빡이 켜 교양이 없어 knock knock 또 상대 안에 block block 잘 모르겠으면 이제 좀 외워 babe repeat repeat 참 쉽지 right Yellow C-A-R-D 이선 넘으면 침범이야 babe 맨 너는 여기까지 is mine Please give the la 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 Hello stupid ID 그선 넘으면 좀 새끼야 babe Stop it 거리 유지할 cause we don't know no Come on we don't anything
Okay, I feel like her voice reminds me of like pop kind of electronic music vocalists in their recording, but they can never do it live. Do you know what I mean? Like she can.
Yeah.
Like she sounds like the recording. Right? It's so weird.
Yeah. She's
weird.
Her
It's
voice
just,
is very well. We sing with a singer like that. I think JJ's voice is so the way it automatically sounds.
Yeah.
It automatically sounds like a recording.
Yeah.
And it's just how it comes out. And it's so
good.
It's so interesting. Yeah, I love it. One thing I've had this in my head. I'm not saying that like I think that she reminds me a little bit of Taylor Swift.
I would agree with that.
So we did a reaction to Taylor Swift, and you know, we kind of say things like she's not the strongest vocalist. Like her voice doesn't make you go, "Oh my gosh!" Just the pipes
singer.
and just the singing there is so amazing and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But she writes amazing music, and it's like they're fun
The
and
full picture, yeah.
and she writes things that are really good for her voice. And I would say I actually think I use a voice I think is more impressive than Taylor Swift.
I would agree.
But I also think like it's not, oh my gosh, so unreal. Like it's
it's consistent.
It's consistent. It's chill. It's also like the style, like her the songs are really good for her voice. They fit in nice spots. They're rhythmically interesting rather than like all these melodically crazy stuff. And even some of the melodically crazy stuff.
Right.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Just her voice is interesting, but it's kind of, it's not just about the voice.
Totally.
Even when she sang just a cappella like that was amazing. But yeah, I think it was just something that kind of kept coming up in my head.
It's like good, simple singing.
Good, simple singing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, one of my favorite things is that it proves that you don't have to have like the most unreal voice, or you know, I get discouraged sometimes because I'll watch people on Instagram or I'll see some singer and I'm like, oh my gosh,
it's big belting,
I can't
it's big
even
runs.
I can't even try to do what you're doing. For me, it's like the 1,000,000 runs. I can do some runs and stuff, but when people just do 1,000,000, they just like have them all in their pocket and they just, you know, I just can't. Not that I can't.
No, but
it would take me a lot to get there.
Yeah.
And so I'm like a little bit jealous of it.
It's flashy.
Yeah, it's flashy, but it's really good. But you know, but don't forget, it's not about all the notes you have and all that kind of stuff. It's about how you use it.
It's also not everything, right? I think that you can have that.
Sure.
And it could even be your thing that you're very, very good at and you can use it tastefully. But if that's not something you love, or if that's not something you have naturally, and you do have something like her that's so simply beautiful, you can really lean into that. Like, I think that's what we're learning too in this stage is like, rather than compare and wish, I'm just leaning into what I feel like I do have.
Yeah.
And that also aids and lends to our philosophy of like your own voice and you know, speaking is singing, and all of that comes back to what is your voice sound like? Not what does it sound like when you sing like IU, you know?
Yep.
Or what does it sound like when you try to sing like IU? Yeah.
정말 쉴 새가 없네요.
Yeah, there's no break.
뭐해라는 두 글자에 네가 보고 싶어 나의 속마음을 담아 이모티콘 하나 속에 달라진 내 미묘한 심리를 알까 아니 바쁘지 않아 Nothing 나나 잠들어 있지 않아 Insomnia 냐냐 지금 다른 사람과 함께이지 않아 나도 너를 생각 중 위에 네모가는 어디 손가락으로 장미꽃을 피워 향기 취할 것 같아 오직 둘만의 비밀의 정원
Can you do that? Na, na,
What is it?
na, 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 na.
Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah, but a little more like the na 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 na.
지금 다른 사람과 함께이지 않아 나도 너를 생각 중 위에 네모가는 어디
네모가다 부
Yeah.
메다다다다
Go, yeah.
메고 가가고.
Yep. Yep.
I think
Yep.
knowing like the vowel and word
100%.
helps a little, but
So also
That's
that placement of
kinda crazy.
just kind of sitting up in there.
메고 가가고.
It's good. It's good. I love it.
It's really cool and fun.
Is it super high?
No, because it's like head voice.
Oh, but it's just so fun.
I think it's also the vowel. The vowel really, really helps.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a liar. Yes, it is high. I'm not. I
Okay,
don't,
yeah.
But is it hard?
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's
Like I
not
feel like that's
belty,
what that.
right?
I feel like high implies hard, right? It is high. Is it hard? No.
Cool. Because it's not belty.
And I think it's also exactly because it's not belty. Yeah, it's like fun.
Yeah. That's cool.
어디 손가락으로 장미꽃을 피워 향기 취할 것 같아 오직 둘만의 비밀의 정원 내게 한 송이를 더 보내 이 곡은 28 됐습니다 벌써 에이 모든 게 맘대로 왔다가 인사도 없이 떠나 이대로는 무엇도 사랑하고 싶지 않아 다 잊을 대로 헤어져버린 기억 속을 여행해 우리는 오렌지 태양 아래 그림자 없이 함께 춤을 춰
That sounds like a completely different person
Whoa.
to me. I feel like the resonance there, like there's no hiss.
Oh,
It
interesting.
is so clear. I feel
It's
like
all that.
I feel like that sounds like a completely
Yeah,
different
That's
person.
interesting. I was gonna say that I'm just loving these phrases. She's really good at phrasing out her these musical sentences, as it were.
I think
it's
I think there's also a point that I can't believe I haven't made up until now, just because this is a perfect example. But your voice as a female changes in your 20s. Like you still essentially go through another puberty, especially in our voices. And so for her to be showcasing the songs that like she wrote and sang through
Early
that
20s,
time,
yeah.
I think is extremely eye-opening, because we're getting to a point right now that's like
more mature voice.
way more mature voice. And I think that's where a lot of people like land, right? That's the voice you're going to end up with. And so a lot of times, like one of my favorite opera singers and voice teachers, Joyce DiDonato, talked about how your early 20s are for technique. They're for learning technique. It's not for figuring out anything other than how your instrument works.
Or having the best voice.
Exactly,
ever.
because it's going to keep changing and it's not really going to settle in until your mid to late 20s. So I feel like that's why, to me, even just noticing that it sounds like a completely different voice, we're getting closer to where she's at right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 28 from 21, that's a huge difference. It's a lot of time. And to be a like professional singer that whole time is also crazy.
That's wild.
Do you hear a hiss at all?
No.
Do you hear any air escaping?
No.
Like the phonation and resonance that she has there is night and day.
Yeah, it's a little lower too. It's not
it is.
It's no. I keep jumping the octave. I don't know why. Yeah, a little bit. Just that was so good.
Really beautiful.
I'm so good at this
stuff.
Wow.
신곡입니다.
This is a new song.
이라는 곡입니다. Born to be gambler 배운 적 없지 even no tutor 최악의 패를 가지고 싹쓸어 한 수 배우고 싶음 너의 있게 승리를 손에 꽉 잡아 말아줘 월스 모른 조절이 가서 날아져 is no kiss zone 내 경기 살벌하게 난 목숨을 걸어 Famous, 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 famous It's new rule, new rule, new rule, new rule, new rule Baby 알잖아 내가 지금 이 판에도 대체 뭘 거는지 마지막 배팅이니만큼 엉망으로 테이블을 어질러
This is all resonating so much lower. It's really
so
interesting.
Great.
Na, na, na.
Yeah.
Rather than na, na, na. It was like it's so much lower. It's really interesting.
It feels bigger.
Yeah.
I felt like her voice has felt so tiny.
In a very interesting. Yeah.
It's like not in a bad way. It's just it really is changing.
But now
it's kind of crazy.
It feels like wider.
Yeah,
you're
wider.
100%
Right.
Yeah.
all in I can't die I'm all in all in I can't die I'm all in 이 곡도 신곡입니다. 라일락이라는 내리는 꽃가루에 눈이 따끔해 눈물이 고여도 꼭 참을래 내 마음 완전 비밀스러 너를 꺼내 넣어두고서 영원히 돼감을 순간이니까 우리 둘의 마지막 페이지를 잘 부탁해 어느 작별이 보다 완벽할까 Love me all the time All I love 거치는 날 goodbye 이런 결말이 어울려 양꽃잎 같은 안녕 우리 봄날의 클라이막스 얼마나 기쁜 일이야 Love me all the way till the spring 봄바람처럼 Love me all the way till the spring 봄바람처럼
I feel like another strength that she has that makes her music interesting, but also feel like that makes her so unique is that we talked about her consonants before, but I feel like she also has just like interesting sounds that she makes while singing. Like she'll do some scoops and slides and just like ornaments
Little
that
bit
are
vocal fry at
a
the
little
end.
bit of like, and then I think she also does, I I think maybe it's just her constants that I was going to say, but I feel like it adds so much to the actual singing. You know what I mean?
I think she's really like meticulous.
I think she is too. Like very intentional.
And she's so chill in like her style and stuff like that. But I bet she's making every one of these choices.
Absolutely.
When she makes a recording and then it reinforces when she does it live.
Yeah.
That like, no, this is how I end that phrase.
Absolutely.
And that is so, I think it's cool. Really interesting. And I think it's so cool. And it's a great example of how many different ways you can sing.
Yep.
And you can change something, give it a little bit of a different feel.
Absolutely.
And this is all the same person. It's not like you're stuck in one way where you have to sound like this. She sounds like all of it at the same time. It's within the same song using lots of different ways. So I just think it's a really creative use of that dynamic.
For sure. Yeah. I think it's awesome.
네. 20대 대표곡들을 다 불러본 아이였습니다. 감사합니다.
Cover all the songs from our 20s.
Just kidding. They have one more. It's
like she outroed herself.
근데 제가 앵콜을 꼭 하는 가수여가지고
always do encore performances.
앵콜을 하고 갈게요. 사랑이란 거야 너와 나 말이야 네가 좋아 정말 못 견딜 만큼 그거면 된 거
네가 좋아. That is like so nuts.
It's really, and she's
so
just kind of
cool.
She just kind of flows into it. It's really, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm digging it. Sorry, I'll start over because it's so pretty.
Why are you starting over?
Because it's so pretty. I want to hear it again.
근데 제가 앵콜을 꼭 하는 가수여가지고 앵콜을
She speaks
하고
pretty well.
갈게요. 사랑이란 거야 너와 나 말이야 네가 좋아 정말 못 견딜 만큼 그거면 된 거야 더는 생각하지 말란 말이야 네 맘 가는 그대로
There we go.
That's support.
There we go.
That is so much.
There we go.
You can just hear.
You can hear the difference,
That
though,
was so
too.
good.
Yeah, you can hear the difference.
Woo, dang.
느낌이 오잖아 떨리고 있잖아 언제까지 눈치만 볼 거니 네 맘을 말해봐 딴청 배우지 말란 말이야 네 맘 가는 그대로 지금 내 손을 잡아 지금 내 손을 잡아 지금 내 손을 잡아 시작할게요 안녕
Okay. Killing Voices, there's a trend when we split into part 2. There's a trend that part 2 doesn't get as many views, but you will be missing out
Oh man.
on this one because
If you're watching this, you did
legitimately,
miss out, but-
I know, but I'm just putting this
saying,
out there,
just saying.
and I'll put this on TikTok,
You know?
just so everyone
Yeah.
knows,
Or YouTube
or
Shorts.
YouTube Shorts, because
Yeah.
legitimately, like that is the best of this entire 18 and 23 minutes
Yeah, that
we
last
heard
song.
her sing.
Ooh,
And
dang good.
the best I've heard her sing ever.
Oh, yeah, 'cause we
the only
also
thing I've
reacted
ever
to
heard
her in
her
another
sing was
video.
one, but like that is like no joke,
Real
like
good.
awesome singing.
Some real good by
Just
any
really
standards.
good. Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
objectively great singing.
Yeah,
So cool.
100%.
So cool. And I love how you could hear the difference. She's been a great example for us to teach and just kind of break down and observe how these things make such small differences, but also like push you to the next level. You know, we talk a lot about how there's a difference between good versus great, and
It's not a big gap.
it's not a big gap. And
little
also,
stuff.
we're not trying to say that like everybody out there needs to be the best singer that there is, or, you know, that good singers can't also make a living and good singers can't also be professionals. But I think that the difference between good singers and great singers is what we just saw there.
Yeah.
Like she had good singing and she had great singing.
Yeah, that last little bit was some really great
It was
singing.
so good.
Yeah,
like it was so
dang.
great. And I just
It
think
was
that was a
great
good
the whole
example.
time, but
Yeah.
like that last one, woo,
Yeah.
dang.
So good. But we hope that you guys learned something. If this happened to be your first time watching us, this is what we do. We love talking about singing. We love exploring professionals who are doing what they do the best so that we can learn and you guys can also learn.
Yeah, we break this stuff down because we love singing and we want to spread that all over the place. We want you to sing. Even if you feel like you're terrible at singing, please go sing. Yeah. Don't let anybody tell you that you shouldn't sing, because they shouldn't tell you that.
Exactly. So, if there's anybody that shouldn't, it's them.
100%. If you appreciate these vocal breakdowns of us trying to give you just that vocal gold and just to sop it up ourselves and to disseminate it among the YouTube world.
Totally.
And you want to support the channel, we are switching from Patreon to the brand new YouTube membership service. It would really help the channel if you guys signed up for it. It's kind of cool. You get badges and top members and all kinds of cool stuff if you're a regular on the channel. So check it out. It's below. It's all native in YouTube, and we're moving away from Patreon, and we would love to see you there.
And for the first 30 people to sign up through our YouTube memberships, we are going to pick one of you to choose your own React video. That is a valuable thing here on this channel. People pay to sponsor videos, but of the first 30 that sign up for YouTube memberships, we're going to pick at random one of those people to choose their own React. So go sign up, be one of the first 30, and get your chance to choose a video.
So if you like this video, please give it a like. If you're new here, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you to Factor 75 for sponsoring this video.
Yes.
And we will see you guys soon.